Sister Jasmine Crockett, and I'm not sure why she's behaving the way that she's behaving. It feels like a crash out. Because there's no direction, there's no value. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on with AOC and Ilham and the justice person. And this is operating on both sides, from left and right. Candace Owens, she got her a white man. And every damn near 90% of black women that are in position of power that we celebrate in the so-called lens of black excellence has them a white man. A sister told me, she just commented, black men sleep with white people as well. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. We talking about black women at the moment, and we talking about this idea of black excellence. And no, we don't consider them black excellence when they don't have black women. They can be black excellence. Yeah, you're right. They are still black excellence, not black power. You can only be black power if you are coupled with a black man and a black woman. It's a very simple concept. The reason why is because, and here's the thing that I need everybody to understand, and I think you all should have a rational agreement. If 90% of black men that were in power had a white wife, how would you feel about them standing up for black women? See, Candace Owens sleeps white. So she doesn't have, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that will say they love her. I like the way she goes at certain groups. I like things that she says. But she's not for black men. And for me, if you're not for black men, specifically, I don't care nothing else in the world that you're for. If you don't have loyalty to black men, specifically, then you're not my people, per se. You can be black excellence, but not black power. You understand me? There is a difference. And let me explain this to y'all. Like, because LeBron James had a white wife, we would not be celebrating LeBron James the way we do. LeBron James get that stamp of the black excellence, right? And the way that he is celebrated, because he has this beautiful black wife. Obama could have never made it as a black president with a white wife. But Kamala would have almost, like every black woman was fine supporting her with a white husband. I'm only laying out facts. There is no way black people in America, black men or women, would have voted in Obama if he had a white woman. There is no way we would held up LeBron James in the position of power that he is if he had a white woman. There is no way that you would celebrate Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to Farrakhan to any black person if they had a white woman on their side. There is no way that white men would hold up their own women, put them in positions of power if they had a black man on their side. There's right now white women as secretaries and other press and government and all these things, but they all have white husbands. They would never in a million years put a white woman in power if she has a black husband. Can anybody dispute these things? And can anybody tell me why we celebrate black excellence when it don't equal black power? Now, the reason I say this is not just because I'm thinking about the racial ideas of it. I'm thinking about the power dynamics of it. That's all I'm thinking about. I don't care who you sleep with personally. That's none of my business. I don't care what goes on in the bedroom with you. None of my business. But again, we're living in a very powerful time right now. This time, we are on the precipice of who controls the world moving forward. Right? And the power structures are lining up. And we think we have people that are loyal to the family, but they play on different teams. They play on different teams. What do I mean by that? We all have family. We can't always work with the family. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of black people that are our family. There's our family. You can't get rid of family. They blood. same DNA as my melanated folks. But they play on different teams. Some people are team capitalism. They just about the money. And they'll tell you. You know what I mean? So they like, bro, I don't give a damn about all that black consciousness talk you talking about, man. I'm going to get my money. Cool. That's family, but he play on a different team. Different team. Because when you play on the same team, everybody does the thing that benefits the team so that everybody wins. You do the thing that benefits the collective when you're a team. But we are a dysfunctional family, so you therefore cannot get mad when we fall behind because we don't deserve liberation and freedom because we're not operating as a team going for a collective goal. You can't be loyal to the family and play on a different team. It doesn't work like that. And then you can't only want the family to support you and back you up when you're in trouble. And you'll be like, but we family though. Yeah, but you don't play on the same team. We play on this black power team where we know that the only progress is ownership. It's not a job, right? It's not a right that we can get. It is only ownership and control. You know who has a philosophy? Andreessen Horowitz, who is a fund manager, right? He had billions of dollars of fund. He pushes all these technologies and things of that nature. And he says that he believes in the technology, a techno-utopian. He's a techno-optimist, right? Somebody who's optimistic about aligning with technology for the future. But only, and this is the caveat, only if we control it is his statement. This is what he says. I can show you. I'm on YouTube as well. So anybody want to hop on YouTube? He said only if we control it. Only if we control it. See, you know, we get excited about AI and things of that nature. Right? But see, they understand that it don't matter. And they're not optimistic about it, which is why they will go into a dogfight with China to make sure that they have control over it. Because they know that it only matters when they control it. Somebody said, fake bada, not even scratching the surface. See, I'm not as stupid as you. Some of you all think crashing out on social media is progress. It's not. The question becomes is what is the strategy for the long term? Crashing out on social media is a lack of strategy and a lack of intelligence. It's when you don't know what to do. So you don't operate with a plan, you operate within chaos. I can come on here, curse people out. I can come on here, go wild. I can trip out. Oh, Keys, man, I was gangster, bro. You called out everybody. You did this, that, and the third, that, and the third. Why? How did that benefit? What did that funnel to? How are you going to able to build? How are you going to navigate? What's the strategy? What's the long-term plan that is connected to it? It is a form of not having a strategy, an idea whatsoever, what to do with the information you have. So your only form of having some kind of control, the only thing that I know how to do, since I don't know what to do, is crash out. It is not power at all. I'm a thinking man. So as we think about this idea of black excellence, black people have been tricked into a bag, right? This happened during the civil rights era, and it makes people stop focusing on power, infrastructure, control, right? Stop focusing on creating your own programs, parallel systems in your own world, and just be happy, right, with individual accomplishment. So we can celebrate. Now we celebrate our own downfall. We celebrate our own downfall. Things that we know are no benefit. It can be somebody that get a deal to sell harmful junk food in schools in America. And we'll be like, and it's a huge deal, long, big amount of money. And we're going to be like, that's what's up, man, bro. At least bro getting his money. We now support the sellout more than the revolutionary. We have turned into overwhelming sellout culture. And those that think, the scholars, the leaders, the brilliance, the scientists amongst us, they're not celebrated as much as the low level at all, not even close. So we utilize our platforms. Black media has become so toxic because we know we're doing wrong. We know we're selling out. But as long as we get paid, you don't care. Black culture has become sellout culture. So I can't be mad at Candace Owens for calling that out because she's right. It's a sellout culture. And we see it and we like, man, I want to say something, but the crowd is saying congratulations. And it's like, wait a minute, is this good or is it bad? And then the reason you know it's bad is because we could say the ends justify the means, but we've seen people get millions and billions of dollars and do nothing with it for decades. And I believe when we first started doing this, we felt, well, when they get in position, they will do something that is for the overall beneficial good. And for decades, we've watched them do nothing while sacrifice everyone. We haven't seen it. So the question becomes is where do we go forward? Is it that we continue to celebrate individualism, hyperindividualism, or do we go towards collectivism? Because what we do is when we find somebody doing the right thing, we hold them to an impossible standard. You better not do anything outside of this idea that I have for you. You better be perfect because they think you need to make up for all the other people. But then you celebrate this person. So I made a post. I said, should I allow high-level conversations to be behind a paywall to where people will pay for the high-level conversations, the high production, the editing team that we put in? We give long-form, high-level conversations. It is very meaningful and intentful content. And I had a lot of people saying yes. A lot of people saying yes. I love it. I will support it. I'll give up whatever subscription I have to replace it. Then you had a lot of people hating, saying, no, you're not supposed to really make any money off this. What is wrong with you? What happened? What did Huey P. Newton do? Like, there's a bunch of people. And those same people will most likely be in the comments celebrating the Pop the Balloon show. But if I made a show like that, they'd say I'm selling out. But if somebody else make the show like that, they say it's okay. We can celebrate this one. The black woman gonna be like, that's black woman excellence. Why? Because black women are no longer, not all black women, I want you all to understand, anytime I say black women or black men, I'm never speaking about us all. Just so that we understand that clearly. But black women will celebrate that because that's Team Woman. You get it? It's teams. So when they say black women are the most educated, they was talking about Team Woman. They weren't talking, it wasn't to celebrate the upliftment of the black family and the black community as a whole. It was saying, I know y'all family, but we're going to separate y'all and put her on a different team. Team Woman. So a woman can make a show about black men not being nothing. And she can get a green light and make millions. And there will be so many people congratulating that as black excellence. Because same family, different team. And so you have to recognize who's part of your family, but on a different team. You have to understand that. Nothing matters unless it's collective. Number one. No accomplishment that your daughter does matters unless your son is making accomplishments too. Because if your daughter is being more educated, but the black boys are getting worse and they're not being educated and their literacy rates are falling, who is she to match with? Who is she going to be evenly yoked with? If I have a daughter, I want her to be married to a black man that can lead her. And she respects him and he respects her. And they build together. They partner together. They love together. But I can't celebrate the rise of my black girls without the rise of my black boys, because then we will not have men for the women, which means that there's no family. So if we on different teams, then when you score, yes, you would cheer. So we stop measuring our success as a collective, as a pair, as a whole. We started measuring it by separate teams. So listen, man, as long as that black woman goddamn getting some money and a check and all of that, man, hey, clap your hands. Clap your hands. That's what's up. But then in the back of your head, you're like, but this is bad for the culture. You won't see that in any other people. You won't see white men do that. You will never see a white man celebrate a white woman for doing something that he doesn't believe benefits white culture. Never. That's why Hillary Clinton never became president. Because if he's not leading her, he not even letting it go nowhere. Now the question becomes, see, white women don't mind being led by white men. They don't mind being led by white men. This is proof of the society that we have currently. The Elon Musk, the Donald Trumps, and they don't care if they perfect or imperfect. He can have 13 baby mamas. Donald Trump can have felony sexual assault cases. Right? She don't care. She will still be led by him. Even though white women are amongst the most educated in America, but we never see that statistic being pit against white men and white women. We never see it. Nobody ever talks about Indian women being the most educated women in America. Nobody. We don't see it. The only time there are statistical facts about education that's being propagated in America is when it's the black woman being the most educated, because they're separating the team. Why don't nobody ever talk about Indian women being the most educated and having all the engineering degrees? Why don't nobody talk about it? Nobody? Nobody go congratulate them? Interesting. But see, also right along with them, you have Indian men are the highest as well. East Asians specifically when it comes to like engineering and coding and technology degrees. And then they also happen to be the highest paid degrees. So that means the family net worth has increased and expanded, which is why the East Indian has the highest grossing income in America. And because they marry each other at large rates, whatever she do benefits him, whatever he do benefits her, which benefits them as a whole. Only we have got caught up in all these new isms. And in the world right now, where the most important thing is your own people, you have to be careful trying to separate yourself from your people. Because when everybody else kicks you out, you go try to come back to your family. But your family go remember the whole time you were scoring for the other team. So when you see a LeBron not go on any black media platforms, or you see a Jay-Z don't go on many black media platforms, and I know Jay-Z was heartbroken that black people were screaming for his demise without any evidence, that they wanted to see him go down. But he ain't feed the people. So people stop believing he's on their team. They say he's family, but they start treating him like an uncle that messes with little kids. And he like, what did I do? It ain't what you did, it's what you didn't do. You stopped scoring for the team. And it is disheartening to see how we do these things, because I hate to see how they treated the brother during that process, to where they said you're guilty until proven innocent. That's exactly how they treated that man, without no evidence. And so we be ready to discard those of us that have made it fast, because we don't believe in black leaders anyway. But black Jay-Z represents black excellence. Diddy represented black excellence. Diddy probably employed more people than any other billionaire in the culture. I mean, he did Revolt. Revolt is still the only like black media platform that a black billionaire had created that actually was ran by black people and employed black people. But we couldn't wait to throw his ass away. Not because we decided it was time for him to go, but because they decided it was time for him to go. Now that's interesting.